Hello again. This is another version of the two-stage pump underwater entrance thing that I did before. I only uploaded it like a couple of days ago or something. But I mentioned in the description that it should be possible to do it in reverse, and lo and behold, I've done it in reverse. In this case, it actually stays closed at the top. See, stays closed at the top and only opens when I start the process, and then um, it drops you into the chamber, waits until the water's disappeared, and then opens the door so you can continue on. So yeah, this is the reverse method of doing it automatically. It took quite a few repeaters, as you can see. Even more repeaters than the other one. This is the other one over here. I know it's a bit jumpy, but yeah, it's the texture pack that's causing it in the huge roll far draw distance. But yeah, it took a ludicrous amount of repeaters, and there's this weird bug I cannot explain. You will see that shortly. It's just frustrating me because I can't figure out how to get rid of it. It's inexplicable. There just doesn't seem to be any reason for it. I've rebuilt a whole section of it trying to get rid of it, and it just doesn't disappear. It doesn't affect the mechanics of it. It just sounds and looks annoying. You'll see. Okay, I'm gonna just set the time today so you can see better, and make everything disappear. Okay, there's a little delay so you have a chance to get over the method, and then go there. There's that little bug that caused it to open up for a second, and there, see, now you walk through, and no water managed to drain out. I'll show you again. Let's see if we can see the bug a little more clearly. Sometimes it seems to be worse certain times than other times. It's a very, very strange bug. I haven't been able to pin down the reason for it. There shouldn't be any reason for it. It's just one of those things. So yeah, there's a little delay. See? It just opens. Sometimes it's worse than that. I don't know. I can't explain it. In any case, there's two parts of it that okay, there's the usual reverse piston thing, and the previous one, the reverse piston, was the door down here. Here, the reverse piston is keeping the entrance closed, and the water side entrance closed until you need it. And there's a delay on it, so you don't have to be standing right over it. The button's actually a little high. There would normally be water here on this level, and above, of course. But for purpose of testing it, I moved it closer. Normally the button would be around here. Um, so yeah, I moved it closer so I could more easily test it. But yes, the reason for the delay in opening the water side entrance is so you have a chance to trigger the button, move forward, and be standing right on the spot where you enter. So yeah, there's a little delay. You enter, and there's a long delay. I had to add quite a bit of a delay on and work out the mechanics of uh, it froze for a second, and work on the mechanics of getting the water side entrance doors to stay open long enough that you didn't get crushed. By the way, you might be hearing my cat. He's gotten into my hamburger. No big deal. It's just a little bits and pieces of hamburger. Okay, I've been blathering on long enough. So yeah, you can see from the outside. I'm gonna trigger from here. So yeah, I had to get the reverse piston thing to repeat itself. So yeah, it goes down here, goes here, triggers the reverse piston, and opens a circuit so it closes. Or rather, so it opens a circuit so it turns off the reverse piston, so it would open the bay doors, I guess you could say, and then it has to repeat itself over here. Two redstone repeaters in sequence with 1, 2, 3 ticks, max ticks on each of them. So yeah, there's 6 ticks there, and then it repeats itself over here, so it will it will, oh, you can see where the other button is. So it will stay open long enough that you will be able to fall through and not get crushed, which is a rather unpleasant prospect, isn't it? It's a rather unpleasant prospect, so yeah. It took a bit of doing to work it out because it actually glitched out on me for some reason, and instead it would break everything basically. And yeah, there's somebody here who's messaging me on Steam, even though I said he probably shouldn't. I'm not sure if it appears in the video. I can't remember. Because Minecraft is actually technically windowed right now. In any case, going on to the other part, you can see the mass amount of of repeaters I had to use to get it to stay closed long enough over here that the water wouldn't start draining out. I had to add even more on in order to account for this thing having to stay open long enough for you to fall through without it crushing you. So this section here, right here, these 5 right here, these were added on specifically so I could get the doors to stay open long enough and stop the water from draining out. So yeah, you can see a ludicrous amount of these here. There's a little delay here. Here. Okay, let's see if I can remember the order. I believe it's it goes up here first, of course. Up here, that's the initial one. And then there's another one over here. It goes around, up again. And then this one here, up again. And then this one here, up again. And then, I can't remember which one would trigger. This one, I think, triggers next. And then it goes out and triggers this one. And then it triggers this way. And then it triggers the last one this way. I hope you followed that. I mean, it's not exceptionally complex, but if you don't know what you're doing, if you're trying to get this to work for the first time, it might take a little bit. But yeah, there's a different amount of ticks depending on the location, because especially in this, it froze for a second again, especially in the last bit over here, it's especially important to have it delayed as long as possible, because these are the last few repeater sequences added to keep it on longer, so those ones need to be the longest lasting ones. And you just mirror it over. As soon as you can get one side done, you just have to mirror it over and the other side works just fine. So yeah, that took quite a bit of doing. Over here you can see where I was trying to figure out the bug that would cause it to break, and it just seemed to fix itself. Very strange. But yeah, I can't figure out for the life of me why this one over here keeps opening inexplicably in the process. It's only that side that opens. I tried mirroring it onto the other side, the button onto the other side, to see if it will trigger on this side too. So I had this part moved over here, and I tried to trigger it on the right side instead, and it did not trigger. So yeah, it's just some weird bug with no real explanation I can think of. But then again, Minecraft does tend to be buggy for me. Remember that automatic elevator thing? Yeah, that bugged out on me. But this time, things bugged out on me even before I started recording. But oh yeah, I've been blathering on for how long? Probably a good 8-10 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how long I've been recording. But yeah, now you get the principle of the thing, how it works. And yeah, you can just use this underwater. Of course, you have to be really careful when building underwater, because water washes away circuits, buttons, and I think repeaters. I'm not sure, but I think it does wash away repeaters as well. So yeah, you'd have to be careful about that. Basically, you'd have to create this wall above you, ceiling above you, build it, and then remove the ceiling. Aside from the part that's protecting the circuits, of course. But yeah, you'd have this big ceiling over you so you can work, and then you build, and then you remove the over ceiling, so because that thing is just protecting you while you work. So yeah, blathering on long enough. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I might have this particular mechanism in the future for an underwater base instead of the one over there, which I didn't like as much, really. Although they both work just fine, I preferred this one because I don't know. It just it stopped you from having to go quite so far down before you could trigger it, because you'd have a limited supply of air. That the other one would require you to go all the way down and then trigger it and then wait for the water to drain. This method should give you a little bit more leeway in breathing, because as soon as you trigger it, you fall down, and well, there's no air down there, unfortunately. But it'll allow you to go right out. No delay. I don't know which one would be better as far as breathing goes, but I kind of prefer this method, even if it does require a lot more work, a lot more time, a bigger mechanism. It just appeals to me more, because it allows you to have a flat surface in the ocean instead. Because you don't actually need these blocks here. These blocks here are just for the purposes of stopping you from draining down. Okay, once again, I am gonna stop now, and I'm actually stopping this time. Okay, that's it. Bye.